Hello! So today, or yesterday, was my 2-week Dreadiversary. Woohoo! I was gonna update you guys more often than that, but we had a tiny little storm named Sandy that decided to come in and be a bitch and tear some shit up, so I could not do that. I probably could have, I was stuck in the house, but I had other things to attend to. So yeah, yesterday was 2 weeks. Things are going really well. They're really fuzzy still, driving me a little bit crazy with that. I am doing maintenance on them. I'm doing the crochet hook probably every 2 to 3 days. I separate them every day, palm roll them like almost every day. The separating doesn't seem like it's really super necessary right now, but I'm doing it anyway so it doesn't become necessary. I took all the rubber bands out, so I don't have any rubber bands in there, or felt like I had one in there. As you can see, they're not really blunted or anything. I'm just gonna let those kind of taper off and do their own thing. So when I crochet them, I kind of go in there and I'll, I kind of like do like a blunted tip through the crochet hooking, but I know that like if I just continue palm rolling and stuff like that, it'll eventually just be like a nice tapered tip, I hope. But yeah, fuzzy. This side isn't too bad. This side is getting a little bit loose, a little out of control. I do have to redo a couple on the top now. So basically I will have pretty much redone my entire head once I do these, which I'm planning on doing tonight hopefully, if not tomorrow, because we have another storm coming in, so I won't be going outside or anything. So yeah, so I first redid the right side, I think, which is what I recorded my twist and rip method on the right side, and then the left side there was just some that were just too small, way too loose, especially in the back. I had some really small ones that had like those little lumps and everything, and I just didn't think it was gonna be a good thing if I let that go. So I redid a lot of these. So now they're really solid. I finally got the hang of it. Like it takes some trial and error, but I got the hang of how to get them nice and tight at the roots. That's the biggest thing. It's like, I'll give you guys a tour. I'll show you like these guys up here, but they're really loose at the roots, and it's like they're just not gonna. Eventually they will block up, but I just want to redo them so I don't have quite as much loose hair rolling around. Hang on one sec. My water's boiling for my tea. Be right back. Green tea, yummy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna end up doing redoing most of this section right here tonight, hopefully. It's so daunting because it takes a while to comb out and it takes a while to put them back in. So my arms get tired, my neck gets tired, my shoulders, just from being kind of stuck in this position, you know. But whatever. Hopefully this will be the last of it. If not, I'm just gonna let them do what they're gonna do and be loose and be crazy. Because I'm done after this. I'm done. What have I been dealing with? Let's see. Reactions. I've gotten good and I've gotten bad and I've gotten in between. Most people are good, or at least being nice to me and saying that they like them. But I get some genuinely like good reactions. People who like dreads really like me with dreads. People who clearly don't enjoy dreads think it's necessary that they need to tell me their opinion about everything. So it's been a good little testament to my character and how much I just don't really care what you think. If you want to say something nice, then I'm going to care about it, and if you want to say something mean, then I don't care. I'm, you know, no sweat off my back. So it's my hair, not yours, not theirs, whatever. Hopefully you like it because you're watching this. I think the worst reaction that I've gotten so far is I was at work and I was interacting with someone who works close by, and I believe her response when I walked up to her was, "What did you do to your hair?" And I was like, "I dreaded it. It's a big deal." And she's like, "Oh, so that's on purpose?" Like, come on, F you, man. Like, I don't know, she's a decent person, but like, I was just like, what did your mother say? If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, right? Is that double negative? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Whatever, 'tis the way of the world. Okay, so good reactions have been wonderful. They've been so nice, and people really like really like them. They can't wait for me to start, like, you know, decorating them a little bit and stuff. I have to keep that down to, you know, I can't go crazy. I can't be having like purple dreads and 60 beads or something like that. But I do plan on getting some beads, maybe wrapping a dread or two. I've heard that when you wrap them, it helps them stay cylindrical. And I do have one in the very back. I don't know if that would look very good wrapped, but I do have one. Let me see if I can find it. Probably not. But I have one back here that's like kind of starting to lump up again, just because, you know, it's in the back or whatever. It gets caught on the other dreads and whatnot. So I was thinking about wrapping one or two of them, or having my roommate do it because I don't want to do it. But I do want to try to. Sorry. Let's try this again. I do want to find a little bead shop, or I don't know. I don't know if I'm dedicated enough to make my own. I think I just want to go online or find a bead shop around Brooklyn and try to find a couple, you know, cute little beads. I told my roommate she could pick out the first ones, but I don't know, she's busy, so I might be doing that after all. Issues I'm having, I've only washed them once so far, and that was 6 days ago. I'm going to wash them again tonight. So it looks like I'm going to do it once a week for now, if I can stand it. I am getting a really itchy scalp and some dandruff, and I think that's, you know, that's normal, especially as my scalp's adjusting to only being washed once a week. But it's itching. Like, I mean, it like almost wakes me up at night every once in a while. So I'm trying as hard as I can not to scratch it, or just kind of like, you know, like push at it so I don't like irritate or stimulate that area so that it produces more whatever dandruff and whatnot. I mean, it's not crazy or anything like that. I don't think it's noticeable, although I do have dark hair, but it's just annoying more than anything. So I've been looking up a couple like natural ways to stop the itch, at least. If I can stop that, I'd be happy, and maybe even like you know, get my scalp in better condition. And I've looked into the vinegar rinses and stuff like that. My only concern, I did wash with apple cider vinegar, or an apple, you know, a diluted solution, like a week before I put my dreads in, and I just noticed that a lot of the color that I had put in my hair came out when I did that. So it's like a deep cleanse, which is basically what what it's kind of, I guess, advertised as on YouTube, and I don't want that because I just put color in my hair. So if you guys have any suggestions on how to get rid of the itch and the flakes and whatnot without like totally stripping my hair, even my roots, like of color, then hit me up and let me know, because I don't want to get rid of my color. I like it. It's again, God, I'm really trying to get better lighting. I know at the beginning of this video there was light over here because I started during the daytime. I was gonna start earlier again, but again I slept in. On my days off, I don't sleep very well. So if I get the chance to sleep in and my body says yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do laundry and all this shit that I couldn't do with the hurricane. So anyway, I'm sorry that the lighting is bad again. I'm trying as hard as I can. I'm super ghetto fabulous here, and I have my iPhone on the flashlight app, and that is acting as my little side light here. It's pretty lame. But it's better than nothing. It works, you know? And I did have natural light coming in this way, behind where you're looking, but the sun is going down as it normally does. So we'll just have to manage again. So yeah, my biggest issue right now is the loose hair and frizz that I'm trying to combat, but it seems like every time I crochet, it's just like I go to sleep and I wake up and it's the same exact way as it was before. I know it's not. I know it's tighter. I know it's slowly helping, but that just gets annoying because I'll put it up like in a nice, like, you know, I'll tie my hair behind like this and then tie it again, and just keep everything back and neat. And I'll leave my house and the frizz will be minimal and it'll look decent, and then I'll get to work, or like halfway through my day I'll go to the mirror and I just have like frizz out to here, and it just looks so unprofessional, I guess, annoying, but what can you do? I tried the aloe vera. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video. I probably didn't. I tried the aloe vera gel, and I didn't like the way that it smelled. it doesn't have much of an odor or smell to it, but there is like this, at least the one that I have, which is the actual leaf of the aloe vera leaf. It just had a mild like oniony smell to it, like almost like a green onion-ish, but not near as strong. But I could smell it, and it bothered me. I didn't like that. I don't want to go around smelling like an onion. So I've seen a couple more tutorials on YouTube on you know, mixing it with essential oils to get you know, to have it smell nice. So next time I go out into the city, maybe I'll hit up like a Whole Foods market or something like that and get some like peppermint essential oil, and then I can like mix it in there and hopefully not smell like an onion. So I didn't put that much into the dreads because I just put like would like rub my fingers into the leaf. You kind of like cut it open, you fillet it a little bit and get to the gel inside. Then I just kind of like put my fingers in there and like rub it around. You get like this gooey, slimy substance, and I would just kind of like wrap it around my dreads like this. So it helped a little bit off the bat. Like it kind of like made things look a little bit nicer. And what was I gonna say? So I didn't like the smell of it, so I didn't use as much as I've seen in other YouTube tutorials. So I'm hoping that once I get the essential oils and can mix stuff in there, hopefully it'll work a little better and keep things a little neater. I haven't done the saltwater spray, and I was thinking about doing that, but I can imagine what that feels like. I'm sure it feels like just like, you know, getting out of the ocean at the beach. Excuse me, and I just don't want to deal with that right now. I don't know. I just don't want to yet. Plus, I have to redo these. So once I redo these, maybe I'll think about it. But until then, I just don't feel like having hair that feels like that right now. And they seem like they're locking up pretty well. So I'm gonna hold off. So yeah, so the frizziness and the itching, those are my biggest issues right now. So hopefully I'm gonna wash my hair tonight and blow dry it and whatnot. So hopefully that helps with the itching right now. It doesn't feel too bad right now. I also have a beanie on my head, so I don't know if that helps or makes it any better. But I've continued to wear my hair in like that t-shirt wrap or that long sleeve shirt wrap that I was talking about. And that seems to help, although I didn't wear it last night, and I noticed that the itching seemed to be less. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or if my scalp's just adjusting, but that's where I'm at right now. So I guess let's do a tour, see what this looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna take this stuff off here. It's a little flat because of the beanie. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So, let me see if I can kind of use this to give you guys a better idea of where we're at. That kind of helps a little bit, huh? So these are them. These are the ones that I redid. I redid these guys. And they're pretty solid. I mean, they have frizz, but I mean, they're solid. They look pretty good. I'm definitely satisfied with this side right now. I have this little guy under here, which is right where I would want one. Not a small one, a bigger one, because that's right where I would want to like tie my hair back. So I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't think about that, but I have other ones. I have like, which one do I usually use? I'll go for this one right here. This is like right in the middle of my head and all. Oh god, issues. But, you know, tie it back like that without this one there. These guys are doing good. This was the area that I had that big like loop right here, and I redid that one. It's definitely not there anymore, obviously. So that's my left side. So this side, just because I think I redid them pretty well, it's not super fuzzy. This might be the fuzziest one so far. But, you know, I can't, like, stick my finger through there. I mean, these are, like, especially right here, I can tell where I crocheted really well. I definitely did a good job right here because it's tight in there. There's no way I would get a finger through there. I wouldn't get a finger through pretty much any of this. And this is what, oops. This is what most of my tips end up looking like. I guess that's better right there. I know I showed you them before, but it's like, you know, a little blunt and then it's a little tapered. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just making it work. So, it's the right side. So the ones that I'm going to redo, let me see if I can get down a little bit. I think I'm going to redo this one just because it's got like this loop thing right here. And I didn't think about this, but so my bang line goes right here and it goes all the way down like this. And so it goes all the way across, and I think in one of my other videos I was like, I don't know why it's really thick right here and then really thin right here. Can you see that? Like how much it thins out? Well, duh, I think a lot of my bangs got in this one. I think, let's see, I think all these from there to there should be bangs. Should come down. And I don't mind that they're in there, I guess. So I don't know, maybe I'll just try and crochet that in there because it still works. I can still have really thick bangs. So anyway, that's that one. And then these are my really loose ones that are driving me nuts. Like these guys. That one's good. Like these four. I think I'm gonna redo these because look, I can totally like stick my finger through these. I don't know, maybe this one. That one might be okay, but this one, like no problem. Like they're just, it's not dreaded well. And even right here, it's just not tight. It's not a tight dread. So that's gonna get redone. That's a good one. This one's gonna get redone. See that? Even down here. No bueno. No me likey. And this one for sure. Look at that. You know, trial and error, it's not a big deal. I'll just redo them. And this is not a very tender part of my head, so I'm not totally dreading that. And then, dreading that, get it? These are the ones that I redid right after we first did them, and they're coming along nicely. They're nice and tight. They're dreading up. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to have an issue with the actual dreading process. Because my hair is so coarse. It never has any issues knotting up. That's never been an issue for me. Look at this fatty one. I like having them different sizes. They're all just kind of, you know, they do their own thing. Let's see. Okay. So, that's your tour, or my tour. Our tour of my hair. Yeah. So I like them. I haven't worn them down like this very much. They've mostly been like pulled back. I'll usually like pull them back. At least like that, if not again. To keep it all like really back behind my head like that. I'm not experienced enough to give you a styles video yet. I feel like that's silly. I'm still looking at style videos. But yeah, I've been doing that, and I usually will have like either a black wrap around like this for at work, or I'm wearing a purple one out and stuff. Just because even though I do that and it looks, you know, it looks nice and like taken care of, I have a ton of frizz on the top. You can see that. So I like to put like a little, you know, thing right there just to kind of, I don't know, keep it looking clean-ish, I guess. So yeah, them's is my dreads. I've been knitting. I started knitting again, which I'm really excited about, because when I went to go get, I may have talked about this in the last video, when I went to go get my crochet needles for my hair, it was like a little crochet knitting store, and God, it's driving me crazy. Yeah. It's a little knitting store, and I used to knit, and I got some knitting needles because I didn't have any. I moved here from California, so I didn't really feel like that was an essential thing to bring with me. So I bought a couple knitting needles, and then I watched a YouTube. I'm a YouTube whore. I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to knit beanies, which I am in love with. Scarves and beanies. I don't ever think I can have enough scarves and or beanies. So I learned how to knit beanies. I'm gonna show you because I'm really proud of it. My first one. beanies. Okay, so I have a success and a bit of a failure. My first one that I ever knit was a total success, and I don't know how I did it. I kind of just guessed on my measurements and went for it. So this is my first beanie. Look at it. It even has a little border edge. It's huge, but so is my head because I have dreads. So this is it on, and it's big and bulky, but it goes all the way over my dreads and all the way down over my ears, and I love it. So that's all that matters. Yeah, I'm super stoked with that. I did this. I made this by myself with little needles and a ball of yarn. I made this. It's super cool. If you think knitting is nerdy, you can go F yourself. No, I'm just kidding. If you think knitting is nerdy, you should try it because it's such a good feeling to actually make something from nothing, really. And so this is like my pseudo failure, my failure of beanies. It's a little green one, and it looks good. I did a good job on the knitting itself, although I did make a couple mistakes here, but I like mistakes. Reminds you that you're human. But I did the measurements, and it's just way too big. It's way too big. And it looked fine when it was on the needles, and then I took it off thinking that it would shrink up as I was taking it off, and it never shrink. It didn't shrink. So I think I can fix it. A coworker of mine said that I should put elastic around this area, the border, if you will, and then just have it be like a nice loose one, because like it's not bad. It's not terrible. I mean, it's really not, but it's not great either. Although it's super comfortable. I love having them that big because I usually, when I pick out beanies, they're usually too small for me because I have a big head and I have a lot of hair, even before dreads. They would always just like be really tight right here. So I like having big, loose ones, and I can figure out, you know, how big or small or comfortable I want them. But yeah, those are my beanies. So sorry you had to go through that if that was boring, but I wanted to show people because I'm excited. So after that green one, I kind of was like really bummed out because I put a lot of work into it. And I have a blue one that, the same kind of yarn, and I'm going to do it with the same needles and obviously make it a little bit smaller and see if that comes out better, but I just have to find the gusto to start another one all over and you know, risk having it be a failure too. Okay, enough about knitting. I think that's all I really have to update. Yeah, that's it. They itch and they're a little fuzzy, but I still love the shit out of them and can't wait to decorate them. So I'll just give you a quick like front side back view because damn it. Sorry. Apparently people like that. So just give you a front view. Try and see if you can get the full thing. They still haven't shrunk up at all. I mean, really, that's just about as long as my hair really was. I mean, I think they would shrink up a lot more if I were blunting the tips. But I think, I mean, my hair really like came down to like right about here, so they've barely shrunk at all. But I think, you know, obviously once they start tightening up and locking up, they're gonna shrink before they grow. But yeah, that's the side view. I mean, the front view. This doesn't help at all, but you can kind of see it. And then this helps you. I'm trying. Okay, so yeah, that's all I got for you. That's my update. Hopefully I'll be able to update again in another week or so, and we'll see where I'm at there. Hopefully it's about the same. It'd be nice if they were tighter, but I can't be impatient, I know that. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my little video, and please if you already have dreads or you've had them or know any suggestions for the whole dandruff itching thing, I would love to have those suggestions suggested to me without losing my hair color. That's like the biggest thing. I don't want them to lighten up because my normal hair color is a bit lighter than this. It's like a medium brown. So I like them dark. I like them dark. So if we can keep them that way, I'd be super stoked. So please ask questions, give me suggestions, and I hope you had a wonderful Halloween, and I hope you weren't in this awful Hurricane Sandy, and if you were, I hope that you were as lucky as I was and currently am and didn't lose property or, you know, even worse, you know, family, friends, life. It was bad. It was a bad one. So I wish you the best if you were involved in it, and if not, be thankful for what you have. Just be thankful. That's it. See you later. Peace.